Well, you have to figure too that, I mean, it's funding for all of these things. The banking system's dying. We got all kinds of credit freezes happening. So, a lot of these companies are going to be desperate, and thus Populous. Once Populous goes live, probably early next year, factoring takes off, and PayPie, right? Same difference. Their risk analysis tool is going to be required like mad as we go forward, because we won't have banks, and a lot of the smart contracts will need to have a lot of these things encapsulated into machine code for them so that the smart contracts can make a decision. So when you apply for your SALT lending, maybe there will be a performance rating on previous contracts or something, or maybe there's a depreciation based on the volatility of the particular currency you want to use as collateral. So there are all these stuff.
Do you think it's safe to say, speaking of those two, PayPie and Populous, I mean, they're both essentially in the accounting, invoicing and different things like that, but PayPie's doing the credit risk thing with it or whatever. Is it safe to say, you think, I mean, it's a big world. These two probably will be fine. They're not going to compete and step on each other and one wipe the other one out.
No, they're not. They're not even competitors per se that way. The risk analysis part, if I'm reading the data sets correctly, PayPie will actually probably end up becoming I guess you'd have to say a legit form of like Moody's or something, a rating analysis tool, right? Because even Populous and these other guys will end up using this service. So if PayPie were to start evolving, they would evolve to the point where they would take all of their encapsulated knowledge base, put it into smart contracts so that I, as a customer, could go to them and say, I have a fellow I want to do business with. Can you tell me what you know about the fellow? Here's my PayPie token. And it then tells me its analysis of that guy in a machine code into my contract. My contract then adjusts my business with that fellow based on what it learns.
And not only that, SALT. Speaking of, Bix always talks about SALT. SALT could use a service like that, right? Like PayPie, to make sure that the other party's legit and they've got it. They're going to pay the money or the crypto, whatever, back. So
or the analysis of how the crypto will be, the volatility of that crypto.
Correct. And see, there's something else, is that we haven't yet built out our technical layer. So right now, we're kind of like, there's a lot of people that have discovered gold in Alaska, and they're all gathering down here in Seattle, and it suddenly dawns on this guy Nordstrom to start selling shovels. All right? And so Nordstrom hasn't stepped up to start selling shovels yet, right? That's Populous, that's PayPie. These are these intermediate interstructural layers that will allow the rest of the thing to just really go crazy to go on up and get the gold.